Thank you, Harlow. Thanks, Harlow. And those are some ways that Harlow helps me when my pain is flaring. On our adventure.
Oh, you got freezing cold here.
Good Wednesday morning, everyone. Can you see Harlow back there? So I have discovered, not like a major issue, but my goal rate with my feeding tube is 45 milliliters an hour. And I can't be there comfortably. Like, I can tolerate it, but I always have cramping and discomfort in my jejunum, I guess, because that's where my feeding tube goes to, my small intestine. But if I'm at 35 milliliters an hour, I have no discomfort at all. So even though I try really hard to tolerate 45 milliliters an hour and even 40, I'm really only good at 35 milliliters an hour. And I've tried working up slowly, like 1 milliliter an hour, increasing every few hours. And it's just, when I hit like that 40 mark, it starts to get painful. So I see my GI who placed the tube next week, and I'll talk to him about it, but I'm feeling better. I have started to gain weight. Finally, just this past few days, I've started to gain weight from the feeding tube. So at least it's doing its job, helping me feel better, helping me gain healthy weight. I just wish I could tolerate my goal rate, but I'm sure we'll figure it out eventually. Other than that, my recovery has been going really well this past few days as well. I mean, I have the delayed healing due to my Ehlers-Danlos syndrome and issues with inflammation due to my mast cell issues, but now, in the past few days especially, I've been needing less and less pain pills, and I can really tell, like, yes, this is going well. But I mean, recovery isn't a steady incline. There's ups and downs. Sometimes I'm in a ton of pain. Like, at the end of the day, on my wedding day on Monday, it was hurting a lot. And this morning, I was able to wake up from sleeping on my side, which I haven't been able to do since surgery, and I felt good. So, good things and setbacks, but I think even though it's up and down, I am slowly getting better, of course, which is awesome. And Harlow is gonna work on a new task this morning. It's basically getting her food bowl for me, since it's hard for me to pick things up from the ground due to pain and dizziness and things like that. And she already knows how to do retrieval, but I'm taking what Janice does with Orion, and she says, "Are you hungry?" And then he will go find his food bowl wherever it is in the house and bring it to her in the kitchen. And I think that would be really helpful for Harlow to do too, so we're working on it this morning. So that's her food bowl, and all I do is say, "Harlow, are you hungry? Harlow, get it." I mix the words she already knows with the new words. "Harlow, are you hungry? Harlow, get it." Stop licking it, there's no food in there yet. Good girl, Harlow. Harlow, are you hungry? Harlow, get it. Give. Thanks, pup. What a good dog. Eventually, she will associate "are you hungry" with her food bowl, and then I'll remain in the kitchen, place the food bowl in different areas, and make it harder and harder for her to find it. But she'll be able to do it because her food bowl smells good and she's gonna want to eat. So she'll do whatever it takes to get her breakfast and dinner. So she's doing pretty well with it. It was tricky for her to pick up the food bowl at first because it's a slow feeder and it has all those slots to slow her down when she eats, but with her, I don't know, she figured out how to maneuver her mouth so she could pick it up, and so she's doing well. And there she goes, enjoying her breakfast. Good girl. I was able to clean the kitchen counters, clean the downstairs bathroom. I dusted down here, and I'm just so thankful for my feeding tube and this steady flow of nutrition, because before this, I would never have been able to accomplish all of those chores in one day. I mean, I'm still having repercussions now from all of that, but it was manageable, and for that I am really thankful. And now I am just editing the vlog to get it uploaded today, so I'm gonna go work on that. The vlog is up, and I just placed my first order with Rev, which is really exciting. So Rev is a company that professionally does captions for videos, and one of the main reasons I started my Patreon page is so I could afford to pay professional companies to put subtitles on my vlogs and videos, so I could make them more accessible for the deaf and hard of hearing community. As somebody who advocates a lot for chronic illnesses, accessibility is hugely important to me, and I'm really excited to see how this turns out. I had them do my wedding vlog to see how it goes with them, but I think it's gonna turn out great. If you're able to be a patron, thank you so much for contributing. Know you're making a difference. My vlogs have become enhanced because of your pledges. Now we're gonna start making them more accessible. thank you so much. If you are not interested or can't become a patron, no worries. It's just an extra thing. And I'm just so thankful because now we're gonna be able to make my videos more accessible, and that's amazing. This is my home health delivery for my infusion supplies. You can see I've got my infusion bags here. These are the little vials that I put inside my infusion bags to make them banana bags full of extra vitamins and nutrients for myself. So gotta store all of this in the fridge. Only problem is we don't have much room in our fridge. This is why Judd and I want to get a mini fridge for our guest room where we store all of my other medical supplies, but I'll make it work for now. So the Roomba is running downstairs while I clean up here, and on my way upstairs I dropped that little rag and Harlow grabbed it for me. Good girl, come here, Har. I cleaned up a little bit upstairs, I dusted, and I folded some laundry. Just gotta put all this away, and then I'm gonna bring the Roomba up here to run it upstairs. Good girl, Harlow, basket. Thank you for putting Judd's sock away, good girl. All that's taken care of. Now I'm gonna run the Roomba up here. Ta-da! Well, I am exhausted after doing those chores. Some days with chronic illness, I absolutely cannot get all the things done that I want to do in the day. And then there's days like today where I'm able to do the things I want to do. I was able to dust, and I was able to fold the laundry and do things like that. But of course I have repercussions from it. My joints are killing me from my Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, extreme fatigue, and I'm ready to knock out. So even though I have repercussions from all that, I'm still thankful and proud of myself for getting all of those things done, with Harlow cheering me on and helping me out a bit with putting the laundry away, picking up things I dropped, stuff like that. And so now I'm gonna listen to my body and give my body what it needs, and I'm gonna do that by relaxing and taking a nap. So before I take my nap, I'd like a blanket from the blanket bin, and I need water so I can take my pills. But I'm in quite a bit of pain right now, so getting up and doing that is not ideal. And sometimes my pain gets so bad, or my dizziness becomes so bad, that getting up and walking even a few steps can be really dangerous and result in a fall. So that's why I have Harlow to help me out with things like this. Get the blanket. Get the blanket. Good girl. Thank you, Harlow. What a good dog. Good girl. Water bottle, I'm thirsty. Good girl, Harlow, water bottle. Good girl, Harlow, come here. Thanks, Harlow. Good girl. All right, go shut the fridge. Harlow, shut the fridge. Good dog. Come here. Where's Harlow? The best dog. Thank you. You help me so much when I'm hurting. You're a good dog. And those are some ways that Harlow helps me when my pain is flaring. So now I can take my pills and snuggle up to take a nap, and hopefully that'll help with the pain. I'm also going to use my heating pad, and hopefully some rest will help. Well, I've slept for about 2 or 3 hours, and the pain has not gone away as I had hoped. Today's turning into a pretty difficult pain day, unfortunately, and sometimes that happens. They can be really discouraging, but what I try to do personally on days where my symptoms might be overbearing or high pain days and it may seem discouraging or relentless, I just do my best to do exactly what my body needs me to do, and right now that is rest. I've been so busy with the wedding, and I've had a few busy days before the wedding, and my body really just needs rest right now, and that's totally understandable. I'm not going to get frustrated with myself for having a bad day because I am sick, you know, and even though I have the feeding tube now and it's helping me, it's not going to change the fact that I'm still disabled. I still have all these chronic illnesses. I can't be unrealistic with myself. I still need rest days. I'm still going to have repercussions if I push myself too much, and that's okay. You know, that is my life. That's my reality, and I'm okay with that. Ow. Okay, so today I'm hurting. I'm gonna let my body rest and recuperate, and I'll still focus on the fact that I was able to get some things done around the house, and I am thankful for the things I'm able to accomplish. So I'm gonna keep resting here right now. Okay, so I rested a little bit more and then I got up to change into my pajamas, get ready for bed kind of, and once I got up, my feeding tube site hurt a lot. And at that point I was dealing with a lot of muscular pain, joint pain, and my feeding tube hurting, so I was like, okay, that's enough. So I took a tramadol, which is what I was prescribed for the surgical pain after my feeding tube placement. And tramadol, I don't know, it's like a weird medication. I think in some states it's considered a narcotic and in some states it's not. Whatever it is a stronger painkiller, and it's been helping me with my pain after surgery, but it also helps with my daily chronic pain, which has been nice because now that I've taken the tramadol about 30-40 minutes ago, all of my pain is much more manageable. But the reason I don't take prescription painkillers regularly, there's a few reasons. The main one being, one, I don't think I personally become like addicted to painkillers, although that's always a possibility, but I feel like my body would over time build a tolerance and I'd need higher and higher doses, and I just don't want to have to do that. But also the big main reason I don't take prescription painkillers for my chronic pain, even though it gets really bad, is because painkillers tend to slow down motility and digestion, and I already have a huge issue with that. I mean, hence the feeding tube. So we don't want to contribute to that problem, and that's why I stay away from them at all costs. And my doctors have decided with my other chronic illnesses like narcolepsy and my past history of epilepsy that some painkillers can lower the seizure threshold. It's just not good for me to be on them unless I absolutely need to be like recovering from surgery and things like that. So that's why I don't take painkillers on the regular for my chronic pain. In case any of y'all were wondering, what I do for my chronic pain is rest in a heating pad and over-the-counter painkillers. But if you're a chronic pain sufferer, I'm sure y'all know that over-the-counter painkillers really don't do much for the chronic pain. But I just do the best I can, and today I'm thankful that I have the tramadol available to me to help with my pain. Heated up some leftovers for dinner. This is actually the only food I've eaten today, and I mean, there's no way I'll eat all that's on the plate. And before the feeding tube, that would have been, you know, like I didn't get enough calories today and things like that. But because of the feeding tube, I've actually been getting a lot of nutrition that I need. I'm nearly hitting my daily goal. I mean, like I mentioned earlier, that 45 milliliter rate, that's my goal, is kind of hard to stay at because it causes discomfort. But since I'm on such a high calorie formula and it's broken down so it's easy for people like me who have malabsorption issues, it makes up a lot of the difference of what I'm not getting from oral intakes. So all this stress about force feeding myself has been taken away, and now I can just eat when I feel comfortable and I don't have to worry about it. So it's really nice. There's a rainbow outside. How beautiful. That's so great. I love seeing things like that. Thankful I got to eat a little bit. Happy I got to see a rainbow. Things like that make me smile. I'm also really grateful for Harlow, who helps me with my chronic illnesses and my chronic pain. Like I said, on high pain days and high symptomatic days, it can be discouraging, and sometimes I have to get frustrated and feel those emotions, and that's totally okay. But on days like today where my pain was getting out of control, I just give my body what it needs. I relax, use a heating pad, do my usual things, and I just try to focus on the things that I am thankful for, like being able to accomplish my chores for today. And I do get repercussions from it, but that's just my reality, and I'm just going to be thankful for the things I can do. Also thankful for my new energy and just feeling like myself again from my feeding tube. And now I'm just gonna relax until Judd gets home from his shift, and that is it for today. Thank you so much for joining me on my adventure.